It is a track unlike any other. It is a track that has so many nicknames that you could almost just throw one out there, and it qualifies for this track. It is the world's fastest half mile. It is the last great Coliseum. It is Bristol, baby. That's what we know it. It is the half mile, and it is the night race here at Bristol Motor Speedway, virtually here on iRacing, as we welcome you aboard and get you ready for race number 6 of the season here in this Gridfinder Xfinity Series. It is the Gridfinder Xfinity Series night race at Bristol. I am the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in tonight as we get ready for 159 laps of racing here on the world's fastest half mile. We got 16 cars about to take the green flag and put on a show here on a track that so many people love, and it's one that will earn your respect really, really quickly. Let's look at the weather here tonight. It is perfect Chamber of Commerce weather, partly cloudy, 77 degrees, track temp at 81, humidity at 57%, winds from the north at 2 miles an hour. Thunder Valley is where we're located here in Bristol. Of course, it's in the valley of the start of the Appalachian Mountains, and when you get out here, some say that you can't hear a thing for a couple hours after leaving a race at Bristol. Some say also that it sounds like thunder when you hear these cars go roared around this track. If you've never watched a race at Bristol, get ready for a lot of fun here in just a few minutes. Going to get you a look at the points standings. Unfortunately, didn't have a graphic able to be made this week, but we're still able to show you the points right now. And you are going to see the same guy who has been leading the points most of the season is sitting at the top right now, and that is, of course, Dylan Reed. Of course, 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. He's got a 13-point lead over Landon Quisenberry. Justin Wilson, last week's winner. He is third. Ira Kohlhaas, Brandon Sheets, your top 5 as we enter this race this evening. Again, race number 6 of 13. So technically, after tonight, we will hit the halfway point. Cars are out on track right now for qualifying. So let's go down and see what is taking place and who is going to win the pole award this evening. It looks like most of the cars have already gone out there and qualified in this 5-minute session. Got about a minute and a half to go. And Justin Wilson is on the pole. There's no one else on track right now, so we'll just keep it the way we have it right now. But if nobody takes to the track here in the next 30 seconds or so, then we'll go ahead and crown the pole award to Justin Wilson yet again. He's outran Cameron Hearn by 13/100ths of a second. Brandon Massey only 22/100 off. As a matter of fact, the top 8 all separated by 0.2 of a second. So we are going to see some fast times here, as always, at Bristol Motor Speedway. There you see the crowd, 160,000 display seats, and so many races we've watched be filled in this stadium-like setting. And then, of course, you go back to the mid-2000s when we had a repave of this track. The banking was brought down, and they turned it into progressive banking, which some still to this day feel like was the worst decision in the world when it became a progressive banking track that took out the bottom lane, which was the predominant way around this track. However, when that repave was done, it did create multiple groove racing throughout the track now. So we are in line, I think, like I said, for a lot of great racing here this evening, and we're looking forward to the fun when the green flag comes out. So it is official, and it will be Justin Wilson once again scoring the put a cap on that pole award in that 58 car tonight, a time of 15.129 seconds. So great lap by the 58. He is the pole sitter. And let's drag him up here really quickly and have a word before they go green here in the heat race. If I can find him. Maybe not. He's not actually in the channel. So we will not talk to Wilson, unfortunately. So, but that's okay. Still get to congratulate him on a put a cap on that pole award this evening. All right, starting lineup for the race. Justin Wilson, Cameron Hearn will be on the pole. And Brandon Massey, a great qualifying run for that young man in the 65 alongside Dylan Reed. Adam Brady, Ira Kohlhaas still be there in row number 4. And row 5, that's called stalling. Matt Telder, who's usually pretty good here at Bristol, so we'll see how he does tonight. Brandon Sheets there on the outside. Dylan Gonis, who doesn't really know much about Bristol, apparently. He was asking me for help, which that usually tells you don't know much. Anthony Giuliano, who will have an onboard camera with here in a second. He will start in the 12th position. Landon Quisenberry and Dale Lee in row number 7. Kevin Anderson, Chris Harvey in row number 8. And that'll be the 16-car field tonight. And, of course, his heat race that they do, think of this as a virtual pit party. And if you don't know what a pit party is, it's an iRacing term where they bring in cars during practice and they do like a simulated race, like a restart or a start. And basically that's what this is. You're going to get just an 8 quick lap race to just kind of get your feel out here at Bristol and almost use it as practice laps. And then they'll start the main event here in just a few laps. So a very good idea. However, the way you finish in this heat race will be how you start the main event for tonight. Car's already down the back straightaway here. And it'll get 2 pace laps, and we'll go green. And we appreciate everybody joining us tonight here on the Captain Esports Network. Only one broadcast tonight, as the TI IndyCar Series was postponed until next week, as they work on a setup for the race at Barber next week. So that's why we're here tonight early and ready to roll for what is going to be a fun night of racing here. 159 total laps this evening. In the feature, but 8 laps here, which are going to go by roughly 2 minutes is going to be how long this takes, because there's not going to be a caution or anything, but you do got to be careful. You're so fast around this track that, well, just put it like this, you are going to catch the wreck really quickly. So Justin Wilson on the inside, Cameron Hearn on the outside, the 65 of Massey. Couple of different Pepsi Cola cars tonight. You see Ira Kohlhaas in the cream soda car up there in that 29. That's a cool looking paint scheme. But here we go. Pace car is in. And you see the crowd, 160,000 on their feet as we go green in the heat race at Bristol. Wilson clearing off turn 4 to the front. Hearn, a little bumper to him as they both go to the high side. That is the quickest way around. Bristol is that top groove. Used to be the bottom groove. Now it's the top groove. Adam Brady making a pass around the 65. That is for the 5th position right now as Dylan Reed runs 3rd, and now going for 2nd inside of Hearn. And once again, as always, we have our track cams for Gourmet. You can check them out, trackcams22.com, the official cameras of the Captain Esports Network. So 4 laps to go already. You see Reed up here battling for position. Gonis going to lose a spot to the 97. front here. 2 laps to go. Who's going to start P1? See them both running that high side as we're already final lap here down the back straightaway. And this could be a little preview of what we're going to see as Cameron gets in the back of Wilson and has him rail sliding. Dylan Reed will take the checker flag. And Bristol strikes already. Brady finishes second, Massey third. Well, and that was interesting. You see the fireworks already here as we get ready to start this race. And you'll see the lineup over there on the left-hand side now as they get ready. Like I said, 159 laps around this little over half-mile oval. I mean, when I say little over, I mean it's like thousandths of a mile an hour over a half mile. There we go, cars rolling off. Dylan Reed, I'm sure, caught that by surprise, winning that heat race like he did. '81 at Kevin Anderson not gridding, so it looks like 15 cars going to start this race. This is not Martinsville, Cusano. Come on. And I'd get a lawsuit if I said that. Now, we appreciate you guys chatting with us here on the YouTube page or on Twitch or on Facebook, wherever you're joining us tonight. We appreciate you joining us here on the Captain Esports Network. And forgive my voice, it is a little hoarse. I probably have been broadcasting way too much. Let's just put it like that. 2 races last night, 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow night. I'll get a quick break. Not to mention being a manager at work. I guess I'm thankful I haven't yelled at anyone yet. Here we go, pace cars in. The night race at Bristol Xfinity Edition, brought to you by Gridfinder. Going green right now at Bristol. Telder in that 2 car, look at the bottom of Joe Owen there. You see the 97 right behind him. Chris Harvey, Justin Wilson, who's back in the 7th position right now. There will be stage breaks. Oh, and the 77 up in the wall. Adam Brady off the pace. And Brady is going to come to pit road here, so an unscheduled pit stop for the 77. Move Massey up to 2nd in the battle for 3rd now going on, and look at Wilson come right up here through the field. Harvey right there behind him. Dylan Gonis in the 27. Brady is in his pit stall. Yeah, it took him a minute. Now, the one thing that they might not know about here in the series, I think it was set up to have 2 pit roads tonight, is they have less than 21 cars. I believe that opens up 1 pit road and 1 pit road only. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there, Mikey. I think it's the cheese that caused your issues, not the beans. Just gonna reach out a little bit on a limb and say that. But Brady has already lost 4 laps right now. As the field settling down here for just a second. Here's Ira Kohlhaas, the 29. This track is all about rhythm. Look at Brady coming back on the track. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 laps down. Unfortunately. Well, I mean, think about it. Those MRE things, don't you just heat them up with hot water? I mean, that's concerning, I would think. That's not taking anything away, because we understand, like, the military eats that kind of stuff, and they got to take care of themselves, so I totally understand. There's that cream soda mobile. Another Dr. Pepper drink, actually, by the way. I do enjoy drinking. If you've never had it, the cream soda. Pretty good. The half cream, half Dr. Pepper. So look at this. The 39 car running the bottom lane right now, which is very interesting because at this track, it's an easy way to wear your tires out. But Dylan running the shortest way around here. And he might be doing it more for experiment, kind of throwing some rubber down there. So then because of that, it will throw some rubber down there and it'll add some grip, so on older tires you can run down there. But you can see Brandon Massey is a full 1/10 of a second faster right now because Dylan's down there. There's Wilson, Owen, and then the Telder, and then the 97 of Harvey who's been down there painting that yellow line. You see already 16 laps into this race. We just blanked and we're already 4 minutes in. That's it. And Telder and the 48 come together into the wall. Oh, and Giuliano gets a big piece of it. The 27, the 40, and the caution's out. And the pace car is hauling ass. See what happens to bring out first caution of the night. It's a big one here. Oh! That's going, it's just going straight into the 2. Let's see what triggered the wreck, though. They are side by side. No. Oh, Joe catches the wall and down into Telder. And bam! That's what I was telling you about, like a wreck at Bristol. You can be half straightaway back and find a way into it. caution is out for the first time. A lot of cars on pit road getting damage fixed. I'm counting at least 6. Yeah, I would, going back to your question, I remember the can. Actually, you know what's funny is my wife actually bought me that can of Dr. Pepper beans. I remember now, but she said she spent like less than $1, I think, for it, or close to being $1. So you're getting 6 cans for $25. You really want to spend 4 and change on a can of beans? There we go. Going to go back racing lap 22. And one thing I didn't get a chance to mention, I do want to get this out of the way. Of course, that first lap of the race we got to watch was brought to you by Sim Speed Shop, specializing in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufactures sim racing hardware, utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. You can customize your hardware and rig today at simspeedshop.com. Here's Justin Wilson back to the front. Started all the way back in 9th, and here he is going for the lead. Thank you for the math there, Mr. Mark. Actually, energy drink-wise, I try not to drink them. But when I do, I've actually started. Oh, we got caution on the track. Oh, hang on. I'll get back to it. This might be the competition caution, lap 25. Oh, pace car's drifting into 3. Who's driving a pace car tonight? Well, we do have an onboard camera for you this evening to check out. Unfortunately, he's been involved in an incident, and he's actually going to get the lucky dog. Here he is in the 17 in that modified he's in right now. But let's get you an onboard camera right now with the driver, if I can get this to work right. Bada bing, there he is. Probably not a happy camper right now, but Anthony Giuliano in the 17 cars. You see cars coming to pit road. And there he is coming to pit road right now. Shifting into first gear, pulling into his pit stall. Going to try and get that modified fixed really quickly. And I'm sure he's not a happy camper, but let's see if I can loosen him up a little bit here with this race. Anthony, you got a copy, dude?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
Yeah, well, I would say fortunately, I would hope on my part, but unfortunate circumstances that have happened. You got a crunched up Monster Energy can.
Yeah, she's not going to be good for much other than lug nuts now, but like about 9 minutes to repair. If they could just pace a little bit longer, then it'd be okay.
I mean, you do have admin rights, right? I'm just saying.
I mean, it would be nice, but yeah, I mean, 17 laps into the race, that was unfortunate for sure. But it is what it is. We'll have fun with it. See if we can make a race.
You do have a beautiful modified. Let's put it like that. But in all, I do get asked the. Well, no, I was going to ask you the real question here. Who do you have driving the pace car tonight? Because that dude's drifting in 3 and 4 every caution.
Listen, he scared the mess out of every one of us starting, so we have no clue what's happening there or what he drank before this thing started. But it scared every one of us coming up through the field. But it's just Bristol, man, Bristol.
I was going to say, maybe it was a monster he had. Who knows? But, hey, man, no, we appreciate the cool spirits and stuff. I know it's disappointing early in a race like this, but we appreciate your time. We'll still catch you on board a little bit. And appreciate you letting us have the camera work there. Cool shot there with the gloves I'm seeing. And, man, you got the VR going there and so much more. So, man, we appreciate your time.
Yeah, man, anytime. Appreciate what you do.
Absolutely appreciate it. Anthony Giuliano. He's actually owner of the league and stuff, and we appreciate his time. We'll get him down to the Wilder Graphics Racing team there, but that he is him right there in the car. As you saw him give him the peace finger, the peace sign and everything. What did I just say? So here we go, green flag. Let's watch Anthony go through the gears here. I call it the, my name of it is the iRacing Ghost 4X. As Brandon Massey leads him to the green flag, Dylan Reed took the EOL there for the, in this league, when you win the previous race, you get EOL'd at the first, you can call it a stage break, but it's more of a competition caution. And that is what happened there with Dylan. That's why he's falling back. Ooh, a little contact back there. We go back full screen. We appreciate Anthony there joining us on board the car. But we saw some racing back here for position. The 75, Landon Quisenberry. The 72 of Brandon Sheets. Now, I was starting to mention energy drink-wise. I try not to drink them too much, but the one, I started drinking the Rowdies a little bit, and they're pretty solid. But I have turned to recently the Rockstar Punched. I am a huge fan of fruit punches. Now Cameron Hearn has jumped to the front here in front of Brandon Massey. Lap number 35 takes the lead. The Rockstar Punch drinks, the fruit punch one is delicious, and I've been drinking those a lot. Wilson looking to the inside. He'll pass the 4-car of Chase Berry. Chase started all the way back in the 15th position, and I dead last. And he's looking good in that 4-car this evening, 37 laps in. Was that like a coffee flavor, Mikey? Inside the 72. Oh, hold on. Sheets getting there. Now, one thing about this track you got to be careful of. If you carry too much speed mid-corner and come off, you will get loose like you saw the 4-car there do. Meanwhile, Dylan Reed already up to the 2nd position. He has gone by Brandon Massey, and here he is rolling that bottom side again. Oh, thank you. Okay, I was trying to remember. Fish, I'd be careful with that comment, only because somebody will do it. Somebody will easily do it. As Wilson passed Massey for 3rd, so as you see, we're looking at the top 3. Oh, you're right. Yep, Java. Thank you. Yep. You know, another energy drink I wouldn't mind at times drinking when I had time, the Mountain Dew Kickstarts. And again, fruit punch. Always delicious to get your hands on. Chris Harvey rolling the high side here, that Tennessee Shine Company, number 97, hometown track, obviously, for that company. And he makes the pass up to the 8th position. Harvey coming off a top 3 finish last week at Richmond. Ira Colas under attack. Brandon Sheets to his inside. So you guys need to be at my channel every night. You guys just make these broadcasts even. That's a flavor. Makes this really fun to be a part of. Lead up here getting smaller and smaller for Cameron. Look at the 39, roll the inside. Now, I don't want to be the guy jinx anything, but Cameron Hearn has not won a Gridfinder Xfinity Series race since his win in the Blippy car. Just saying. Oh, dude, you save your money. Please don't. Unless you're really committed, save your money. And I don't mean that in a negative towards iRacing. It's just, I've spent over probably $3,000 on this sim. As they go past the lap car, Giuliano. Landon Quisenberry going to make a pass. The 75 car. He said Bristol was one of his favorite tracks. He's showing it tonight, even though his back end looks like he hit a light pole. That's what I like, my friend. And we're on tomorrow night, and we're on Friday night, and we're on Saturday night. You get us every night. Back to the front. Here's the 39 on the back bumper. Ooh, 15 getting a little loose. Look at Dylan roll the bottom here. This is why he was throwing down rubber on that bottom side, because he will get the grip on that side of the track. But here he's crossing over to the top. Should get a good run here on the 15. Great rep battles everywhere here. Watching this one for the lead. Got one back here for fourth. We'll have to look at while we get a quick second. Here's these guys going for it. And caution back out. This is the second competition caution. So they have two each race. And this is the second. Let's see the pace car here. That thing. Who in the world is driving that car? Look at this. That's driving like a bat out of hell. All right, so while you got the competition caution, we're going to step away for a really quick break and come back as you're watching the Lightspeed Racing League here on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
I don't know what it is. That first commercial is always a rough one for me. Back at Bristol, here we go. As Cameron Hearn going to lead him back to the green with less than 100 laps to go. Justin Wilson, Chris Harvey, Brandon Sheets, Dylan Reed, your top 5. No, you do not, Fish. You do not. I think we've had this discussion, haven't we? '72 sliding up in front of the 97. That allows Reed to roll the bottom here. He might slide up here, and he will. We'll move Dylan up to the 4th position here. So Dylan, who has top 5s in every start so far in this Gridfinder Xfinity Series, looking really good. Oh, that's just mean. Oh, door banging, hitting each other. And Reed goes around into now he gets hit. There goes the rear bumper, and the caution's back out. He kept it off the inside wall. And that right there actually would be energy drink violence. So Dylan Reed, who has been one of the fastest cars in this race, just went around and brings out the 4th caution, I believe, of this race. Let's go back and see what happens here. The 2 energy drink cars side by side. They door bang right there and they go around. Reed keeps it off the wall, but the 4 car spins into him. And I was talking to you about how quick you can get around this Bristol Motor Speedway and how quick things happen. And you see it right there. Let's look at it one more again. We're actually going to stop really quickly. I'm going to go on board with Chase Berry in this 4 car. Watch how quick you catch this car in front of you when a wreck at Bristol happens. This is no joke. So the wreck's going to happen 4 cars up ahead. Oh, geez. Whammo! So as I mentioned, a little less than 100 laps to go. You see Reed coming back to pit road. Social distancing is always 0.6 of a second in a race car. I've always felt that way, and I strongly agree with that message. Hey, no picking on people from Tennessee. There are actually some nice people up in that area. I've been up to, I don't know if you've ever been up to Pigeon Forge or anywhere like that up in the mountains. Oh, it's so beautiful up there. It's so many nice people. Just having a good old time. It's all fun and games. You see a bear. So Cameron Hearn, who won the first 2 races of the season here in the Gridfinder Xfinity Series, he's the only multi-time winner this season, is leading this race. Justin Wilson, who won last week, and Richmond, he is P2. Landon Quisenberry came close to winning the Daytona race, is P3. There's Chris Harvey, who finished top 3 last week at Richmond himself, P4. And Brandon Massey there in the 5th position at 65 car. So it would have been a really entertaining race. A lot of great passes out here. 15 viewers watching tonight, man. That's awesome to see. And you know what? Let's turn it up here on the Captain Esports Network. I think that would be an awesome feat right there, Mark. Let's do it. We got 500 within 10 months. I mean, I've been on for a little over a year now. And we definitely have rolled through them. Let's get everybody in here, man. I'd love it. I mean, where else you get racing that looks like real-life racing in the middle of the week? I mean, yes, I know Bristol has a Thursday night truck race, but we get this every night. This kind of racing. Great stuff right here. It doesn't matter how many cars are in the race. Top 6 underneath the blanket, and Dylan Reed is still out here running laps. Look at this guy. Somehow got his rear bumper put back on. And he's out here in this Toyota Camry or Supra running just as quick as the leaders are. Now, pending on a new build after last week, we actually cover the Cup Series in this league, the LSRL, but they race on Wednesday nights, and I actually already have a commitment on Wednesday nights with the GLSR, the Great Lakes Sim Racing League. So because of that, later this week, you will see the Cup race that they run tomorrow night here at Bristol. So make sure you come back Saturday. We'll do that broadcast more than likely Saturday evening after the VOR IndyCar race from Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. So that's some great racing throughout the week, as I mentioned. And we're going to have a dirt race coming in the near future, of course, with the Short Track Super League that got going last night. There are so many leagues on the Captain Esports Network now, and yes, it might wear me out, but I am having a blast doing this. I sleep as well as I can. I go to work and still work hard. And I do this because of the fun with the viewers and all the cool owners that are in these leagues that take care of me. And, you know, the only thing I can do is try to take care of them back as Kohlhaas goes up there and scrapes the wall a little bit. But 4 cars under a blanket here, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th right now. And a little less of, or a little more, I should say, of 70 laps to go. I am actually now a manager at FedEx Express. I used to be a delivery guy. A courier, but as of a month ago, I became a manager. So I go in at about 5 o'clock, 5:30 every morning. There wasn't room there. Landon made room. Great move by the 75. He goes to 3rd. I wish. That's my goal. My goal has always been to be a NASCAR broadcaster. I worked in radio for 10 years. I've got a face for radio, as some people say. And this has always been my passion. I grew up watching racing, always do, still do to this day. And, you know, I've gotten to know some NASCAR people, which is cool, but unfortunately still waiting for that one little break. And one day it'll come. Look at Dylan Reed. He's going to roll the bottom here under the 65 here. Might use Quisenberry as a pick. Oh, door banging. I ain't even had a chance to go to the drones yet tonight. Fire the drones. Oh. Anthony's trying to get out of their way. Oh, no. I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. Is it 3 wide into 3? And cooler heads prevail there. I'm sure Anthony did not mean to get in the way of Brandon Massey there. If you're going to run any kind of livery for me, it's going to be a captain livery, period. Like I said, guys, humbly saying, where do you see cameras and stuff like this here on the Captain Esports Network? I mean, this is the closest you're going to see to watching a real race at Bristol right here. By the way, we got a new leader here. The fight for the lead is on. Justin Wilson, last week's winner at Richmond, taking the lead. And look at the crossover by Cameron. Oh, they lean on each other. Oh, by the way, this today is the anniversary of the Matt Kenseth Tony Stewart incident that happened back in 2014, 7 years ago today. If you don't remember the incident, that's where Kenseth and Stewart got together running for the lead, and Stewart proceeded to do a hammer throw to his helmet to the front hood of Matt Kenseth's car. Well, these guys are racing hard. Back here, these four going at it again. This is great stuff. All right, I got to do this. We're going to step away for a quick second. We're going to keep the racing side by side, of course, here on the Captain Esports Network as you're watching the Gridfinder Xfinity Series.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
The battle has continued for the lead. There was a lead change a minute ago. I was going to show you the replay of it, but we're back to this. Hearn and Wilson going at it. Remember the heat race. These two got together. Oh, my gosh. Wilson gets into Giuliano and saves it. And look, Dylan Reed right behind him as Wilson slides up, gives him room. Did I mention Bristol is amazing? If you know somebody that can do it, I would be glad to. I mean, I've got a couple versions, but it's been done customly by somebody, so it's like if I can find somebody that has just the song, I'd be glad to do it. Problem is I got to be careful with it because it's all licensed and all that different stuff now. I think Dylan Reed has rolled right back into this 3 cars under a blanket, and they have just driven away from 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yeah, that's where, like, if I go play like a musical artist, like if I play Jordan Sparks' anthem or off the top of my head, that's the first one that comes to my mind, like, or any from like the big game or something, they would yank this I'd be gone. I remember about a couple months ago, I actually sang a song on the air, just like a line of it, and I got hit for copyright infringement, and actually they stopped my video, and I had to redo it. That's exactly when I would do it. So that's why you don't hear me like singing many songs anymore on the air. All right, so these three have settled down for a quick second. While we were in commercial, I was going to show you this. No, not him. This. Because this is when it all started. That was when Cameron went to the lead. And then we come back from commercial, and this all breaks out. And this save right here is amazing. I mean, that's a four-wheel slide. Look at them hands in there fighting. And then what's the camera cuts him a break, actually. And look, Cameron's gone back to the lead now. Wilson is, I don't know if he's trying to find pit road or something happened. And I think we're having some pit stops, maybe? I don't know. Here comes Quisenberry. And yes, Landon's been on pit road, so he's got 4 fresh tires right now. So we've had some green flag pit stops break out here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Good patience by the 75 there. So these guys here only run 70% fuel in the Xfinity Series presented by Gridfinder. There he is unlapping himself. But I want to mention Wilder Graphics. They provide the best iRacing paints and liveries around. You can check them out today on Facebook and take a ride on the wild side. And also, let's take a look at the race summary so far as we watch Quisenberry just drive away here as he's unlapped himself. Cameron Hearn leads this race, 4 cautions for 17 laps. Massey the fastest lap so far tonight. And 15 racers have started this race, and that brought to you by Track Time Entertainment. As they build custom driving simulators for the virtual racing community, they manufacture their simulators in Texas using U.S. extruded aluminum. Visit Track Time Entertainment on Facebook for all your sim rig needs and a full lineup of their products, proudly made in the USA. Well, there's your leader, Hearn, who's got about 0.8 of a second right now over Justin Wilson. Dylan Reed about 1 second back right now. We've had other cars come to pit road. Ira Kohlhaas, Brandon Massey, those guys were on 4 fresh tires. And now the 97 of Chris Harvey's coming in here with 28 laps to go. I actually grew up in Florida, believe it or not. I'm not from Georgia. I just live here because it's awesome. Evil Knievel pit crew going to work on the 97. Nah, you got to go simple. Just put cheese in it. Chase Berry in a 4-car making a pass on Sheets. It is 72. It's a 60. Oh, that's not. That could have been scary, but the 65 on those 4 fresh tires. Make a sandwich out of grits? How the hell you do that? So when will these cars come to pit road here for the final time? 24 laps to go. What kind of strategy are we going to see here? Because Quisenberry has easily been the fastest car out here on the track the last few laps. He's about a half second faster than Cameron Hearn. There he is on the back straightaway. Still got another lap to gain. Dylan Reed has gone by Wilson for second. So I'm not sure what has happened to Wilson, but that car is just falling off the map here. I don't know if he burned his stuff up or got into the wall or something. But Hearn has pulled it away 1.2 seconds right now. Sheets coming up on the back of the 4 car. That'll be a battle for 4th. $18 laps to go. $20 years ago? I was not working at FedEx. 20 years ago, I was a sophomore in high school when that happened. I remember exactly. I was in an English class, and a gentleman named Travis Reynolds walked into the classroom from the office after he had went to the office for something he had to take care of. And he said, dude, somebody's hit the World Trade Center, or a plane did. And I was like, okay. I didn't think anything of it at that point because I was obsolete from the world at that point. Like, I knew stuff was like what was going on in the world, but I didn't think anything of it. And then I heard about a second one, and then like I started kind of getting this weird feeling like something was up. So 15 laps to go. Hearn, Reed, Wilson, Barry, your top 4. When that year that movie come out? So again, waiting to see when these cars are going to come to pit road if they have to. They might make it all the way on fuel here. They've run almost 91 laps on a tank of fuel as Cameron Hearn hits 12 laps to go. I was a freshman in high school, right? Or maybe even 8th grade at that point. So Wilson trying to track down Dylan Reed. They're about a second apart. Ira Kohlhaas now up to the 4th position. This is actually a battle for 4th right here. '65 of Brandon Massey. That's also a battle for position. Well, for the 75 and those guys, it looks like their tires have evened out with Cameron Hearn now. No car sound. No, don't tell me that. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks, Mark. I turned the sound off during a commercial. My apologies for that, guys. Quisenberry and Massey going for it. This is for the 4th position, or 5th position. Massey takes the spot away. So 5 laps to go next time by. Cameron Hearn with a 2.5 seconds in 100 laps now on this set of tires. So amazing enough, this car might make it the rest of the way on fuel. They might have saved enough. And look, he's actually doing something sneaky here. If you look really closely, he's running the bottom of the track. What is the shortest way around the track? The bottom. And obviously running the least amount of distance through the corners at that point. So he's trying to make it on the fuel. 3 laps to go. Reed running in second, about a 1.5 seconds back. Burns is rolling the bottom here. Two laps to go. As Cameron Hearn looks to make it 104 laps on a tank of fuel as we hit the final lap in a wild race here at Bristol. Cameron Hearn and Justin Wilson went back and forth for the lead, but in the end, it's going to be the 15 car, 3rd win of the season, and a win at Bristol. Wilson 2nd, Dylan Reed going to be 3rd. Oh, he's got enough to do burnouts. Why not? Let's take a look at the final results. In a great race tonight, Cameron Hearn, Justin Wilson, Dylan Reed, your top 3. Ira Cole-Haas, Brandon Massey, Landon Quisenberry, your top 6. Brandon Sheets, Chase Berry, Adam Brady, and Chris Harvey going to get the top 10 here this evening. 11 through 16, Giuliano, Dale Lee, Dylan Gonis, Joe Owen, Matt Telder, and Kevin Anderson did not start the main event this evening. Cameron's got plenty of gas to do some donuts. All right, we're going to step away 1 quick second here. We'll come back. Look, I get hurt. We'll come back and get you the interviews here and more coming up on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
Yeah, it was a great race. The heat race, I just misjudged it. I was trying to do like a Larson line and go up above him, and I just clipped him, and I tried to stop, but he was sliding past, past me on his side. So I felt bad, so I started in the back with him, and then just stayed out of trouble. Just he had a good race with him. Dylan Reed was real fast, and I think he got a little bit of damage that probably hampered him a little bit, and I think he lagged out a little bit at the end, coming to the checkered. But this overall, I think there's 3 or 4 guys that had a shot at it. Just being out front, I think, was the key. Yeah, I was Yeah, I was. I didn't know what to do. Like I just froze. So I was just kind of staying beside him because I thought any second he's gonna, shoot right up the track. But he saved it, and I think that kind of killed his tires after that. But it was a blast out there, and on old tires, the car handles like crap, and I feel like that kind of makes it to better racing where you can kind of run a little bit different line and kind of pinch the guy off the corner, drive a little bit underneath them, cut that little their line away. So overall, I think it was the track got better as the tires aged.
Here is, I'm just realizing I think on the stream they're not really hearing me at all. So I'm asking you questions. You're just answering things. But needless to say, man, it was just a great finish. You had Blippy on the car, or a Blippy on the back deck lid this week. So your first win without that. But still a great looking car out there tonight. And I know it's got to be a good feeling to come back after missing a week or two to get another win.
Yeah, I had Lordstown Motors on the hood this week, and definitely had a bright color scheme to stand out. But Blippy, I guess Hayden's attention span lasts about a couple months, so he's on to other shows. I called him today watching some show on YouTube, and the kid's like speaking Korean. So who knows? But I like to change up the schemes every now and then and kind of make it fun.
So get ready. The Coco Melon car is coming in the very near future for the.
Yeah, there you go.
Great job tonight, man. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to you guys, my mom and dad, my wife Ashley. Hey Hayden, we'll show them the last few laps and maybe a burnout, but this overall the guys that showed up. I think we had a smaller field than usual, so I hope to see those numbers get back up next week once we get out of this little short track.
Yeah, great job tonight, man. Congratulations, and go celebrate.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cameron Hearn on the win. A fantastic finish for him. I know he's a pretty happy camper about that. Let's get Justin in here. Hear the other side of the story. His second place run for you, sir. And obviously the racing started pre-race during the heat race. A little misjudgment there, as Cameron called it. But the racing between you two and that last segment of racing was just phenomenal.
Oh yeah. That heat race. Don't get me started. That was. I tell you what, it's nothing but good fun. I mean, that whole time, even on my side crossing the line, I was just laughing, because I knew Cameron's fast, and I knew he was going to do something at the end there. I just didn't expect that at all. But that last run with him was great. I had the speed. I felt like the long run speed, but I knew when I tangled up with that lap car, there at that last run, and just did a full drift around 3 and 4. My tires were done, and I just fell off from there. But I mean, all in all, it was a great run.
Yeah, it was a great run. Obviously, you had that little miscue there trying to get around Giuliano there for as you tried to drop it to the bottom in there, and then just went drifting through 3 and 4, which was amazing in itself. But did that cook your tires and make it too much for you?
Oh yeah, after that I was done. After that, I couldn't keep up. I lost the rear end from that because I had to stay full throttle just to save it.
Right.
And it killed it. And from then on, it was a downhill battle trying to hold them off, and then I just had to give it up. But I will say this is one of my worst tracks just due to the sheer that I like to burn my tires up here, and I'm pretty good at saving my equipment, but just something about this place I haven't quite figured out. But I'm happy with the top 3.
It was a fantastic race between you two. Happy for the both of you. I know it's not a win, but to be able to get up there and at least put on a good show. The viewers we had tonight had some new viewers watching tonight. They were enjoying it and had a blast watching So appreciate what you guys did for the fans and stuff. But shout out to whoever you like to, man.
Oh yeah, like I said, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the league, man. This is great racing. I mean, any top five finish, me, I'm always happy. Counts as a win to me. Anthony, I want to put him on the loud pedal there for painting some cars. I'm going to run his paint scheme next week again. Like I said, I'm alternating. Cameron for the good run, Dylan for the good run. All the guys out here. My teammates, Chase Berry, he was here. Randy was watching. Chris Hone didn't make it tonight. Neither did Keith Bouchard. But hopefully they make the next one. And yeah, thank you guys for putting the show on.
Absolutely, man. And are we gonna make sure Anthony puts like a little scuff mark on the left rear for the paint?
Yeah, I might have to talk to him about it. But again, that was my fault. That was a misjudge on my part. I thought he was gonna go lower, but it is what it is. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's so hard. It's so hard to do when you're going at that speed on this kind of track too. So there's so many little things that to make that work, and personally, it's no one's fault. It's just the way it works. But
yeah, these corners come up very fast,
yes,
and you're taking them very fast. So you don't got much time to think.
Absolutely, man. Well, great job tonight. Go enjoy your second place finish, and we will talk to you soon.
10-4, bud.
How you doing? Justin Wilson, their second place finisher tonight. Let's get our third place finisher here this evening, and of course that is Dylan Reed. And Dylan, great job, man. That was some fun stuff. I know you had an unfortunate incident there mid-race there as you kind of lost some track position and unfortunately got tangled up with another car. Hurt your rear end, but, man, I would argue that you might have been the actual fastest car tonight.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to make the bottom work the best I could.
And that was a very interesting thing you were doing, that bottom line, because there's no secret on iRacing. The top line is the way to go at Bristol, but on older tires, you can make that bottom line work with some tricks and stuff. That first part of the race, was that more you kind of laying some rubber down there so that you can go back to it later, or was that more you just feeling comfortable running down there?
No, the whole race. I knew I was going to run the bottom. I've always been on the bottom every Bristol race I've ever done, and it just seems to work out better for me. I don't know. I can run it faster, run it better. And somewhere back in the day, it used to save you a little bit of tire. I don't think it does in these Xfinity cars. But that's always why I've been doing it.
And you definitely showed that you had the pace there, and of course you had to come back up through the field. But still, man, you continue that streak. I know we've only had 15 cars in this race tonight, but still, that's 10 other cars you have to beat to get a top 5 and a top 10. Keeping that streak alive of 6 top 10s in 6 races here. What do you got to do to keep that streak going?
I just need to keep being consistent. Hopefully, don't have any more technical issues like we did tonight. Took away that second in that lead lap. I can't get all the laps finished in the season now. It's been taken away from me.
Well, that's unfortunate there, but yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, just got to be consistent. Just got to keep the wheels on it. Messed up that I know it was net code, but I probably could give him a little bit more room coming off the corner, and that almost ruined our chances there for the streak to continue. So just got to be consistent, be smart. There was still a lot of time left in the race. I didn't need to be so aggressive there, but we'll learn from it. And I don't know where we are next week, but we'll continue just keep chugging along.
I can look actually for you real quickly because I know they're following the schedule of the Xfinity Series. It is Vegas next week. So
Vegas, okay.
Yeah, so that'll be fun, especially in these cars.
Yeah, a lot of power there. Hopefully they're a little loose. I like them when they're loose at 1.5 miles.
Yeah, stick that car in y'all a little bit, right?
Yeah, it makes it fun.
There you go, man. Great job tonight. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, thank you guys for broadcasting as always. I always go back and watch it. It's always a fun watch. And then thank you to Lightspeed Racing League for hosting these. Got a good group of guys here. It's been real fun.
Absolutely.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. Glad to have you here. Some great racing tonight out of the 39 car. And Dylan, great job finishing in third.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Dylan Reed finishing third as mentioned. And, man, that is it. What a fun night of racing we had tonight here from Bristol virtually on iRacing. We appreciate all the viewers watching tonight. I think we had our best showing tonight, some viewers-wise. So we appreciate everybody who came out tonight. We'll continue to work on that number and hopefully continue to work on the league and continue to build LSRL. Had a lot of fun here. And tomorrow night they're back here with the Next Gen Cup cars. Fortunately, we won't be here live, but we will have the race for you later on in the week, as long as some weird build doesn't happen again or something. But we should have it for you later on in the week here on the Captain Esports Network, and hopefully finally get that debut of Landon Quisenberry up here in the booth with me. Cannot wait for that young man. He is a very bright teenage young man that he's going to have some talent, and I think you're going to enjoy listening to his voice with me up here in the booth coming up in that Next Gen race coming up later this week. So with that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Actually, I have a surprise coming up here in a few minutes on the stream that you might want to come and check out. But with that said, enjoy the rest of, I said Wednesday, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. I'm a day ahead of myself, but remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya! Before we go, special shout-outs to Butt Kicker. Of course, Butt Kicker products are silent subwoofers that deliver powerful and audible bass through your couch or chair so you can feel the crashes, racing engines, and special effects in your movies and games. Use promo code LSRL for 20% off the Butt Kicker site. Also, Gridfinder, your home of online racing communities. Browse hundreds of racing leagues on all gaming platforms across every racing sim. Every day of the week across the globe, browse through over 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, ACC, R-Factor 2, F1 2020, and more. Looking for a commentator or streamer for your racing broadcast, or a designer for your next delivery? Gridfinder has it all. The talent in one place. Do you run a sim racing league? Make sure you upload your community to Gridfinder so the more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it is free. Check out Gridfinder today.